A very good evening to our lecturer, Dr. Najib. We are from Group 1 and we are going to present the topic Malaysia Local Heritage Site Documentary. So this is our group member, Di sini, which is me, Zumaira Azura, Maisara, Nur Juliana, Aisha, Irene Sophia, Yon Tijong, Tiki Tan Xing Yao, Chen Wanwen, Le Hong Yong, Li Qilong, Zhong Weijun, and Jin Yi Hong. So for the introduction, this documentary includes popular heritage forged by history in Malaysia to fully embrace the multicultural country that we live in. The main purpose of the project is to glorify the impact of various local heritage towards our culture and how much similarity we share even though Malaysians are from different regions.
Assalamualaikum and greeting to everyone. My name is Irene Sophia binti Fazlin Hakimi and my matric number is AN 210070, and today I will explain about the location that was chosen as the heritage site in Melaka. Location 1 is Melaka Sultanate Watermead, location 2 Formosa, location 3 Flor de Lama, and location 4 is Church Melaka. Next slide. For the first location is Melaka Sultanate Watermead. The reason why we chosen this location is because it is replica watermead that located along the bank of Melaka River, and it also the first and largest watermead in Malaysia. Other than that, the location was chosen as the rest destination by many traders, and it is the meeting point for the changing monsoon wind because of the strategic location. Next slide. From the picture, we can see that the meat represent the glory of Melaka. The turning water wheel represent the wheel of life and evolution of man's civilization. And the tall structure is one of the tourist hotspots. Next, I will pass to
Thank you, Irene Sophia. So I'll present about the location 2, which is A Famosa. A Famosa is a Portuguese fortress built in Malacca in 1511, and it took 5 months to complete it. Why the Portuguese need to build this A Famosa? It is to link as a linking from the Portugal to the spice trade from China. And the A Famosa changed its hands in 1641 when the Dutch successfully drove the Portuguese out of Malacca. We will proceed to the next slide. Hence, A Famosa changed hands again in the early 19th century when the Dutch handed it over to the British to prevent Malacca from falling into the hands of Napoleon's expansionist France. And then, after that, A Famosa became a well-known tourist spot in nowadays. We will pass it to our next teammate.
Okay, so the third location is Fort de la Mar. This maritime museum houses a life-size replica of a 16th century Portuguese man of war anchored in the river and displays maritime history of Malacca and the golden age of Malacca Sultanate. The word Flor de la Mar means flower of the sea in Portuguese. This ship is unbelievably durable compared to the India ships at the moment, which is to last for only 3 to 4 years. Next.
The last location is Christchurch, Malacca. Christchurch, Malacca is an 18th century Anglican church. The church was built in 1741 to replace the aging Bowen Kirk and also known as St. Paul's Church. The church was built in Dutch colonial architecture style. The color also changed to white and from white to red in 1911. This church has remained the oldest functional Protestant church in Malaysia. Next.
Okay, so these are the activities that we had done during the project. First is voiceover. A voiceover is a production technique in which voice is recorded from an outside perspective. The function of a voiceover is to narrating a story. Besides explaining the information of a video, is also the purpose of the voiceover. It is often read from a script by voice actor and then used in a filmmaking, radio, or presentation.
Okay, now we go to our editor part. I'm the editor in this group. My job is arranging information of Malacca's history that we will visited it to become an interesting video. So I can compose the picture from our cameraman and the voice that recorded by voiceover to let our video look nicely. Then I will use chat to edit video. There are lots of special animation and sound effects in this app that you need to pay, but for beginners as me, that was enough to create an awesome video. Lastly, I repeated to edit video again and again until our project successfully done. Next.
So I'm the cameraman for the project in this. I am Lee Long, so my voice record the view of the places and take the picture as the editing material to the editor. So I also do image planning that and imagine the whole video how can show out to the screen, so and learn some shooting skill to the before the shooting. So that's all for my work.
So I'm Lisini, and this I'm going to present the problems encountered. So there are three problems. Problem 1, which is inconsistent weather. Problem 2, distance of location. Problem 3 is the entry cost for some location. Next. So for the problem 1, inconsistent weather. Rainfall during our journey to explore the locations before official filming starts due to a lot of reasons such as speed of the wind and also the clouds movement and so on. I'll pass to next person.
So the second problem that we face during that day is distance of location. Since Malacca is around 1 hour away from Mutation Pago, with the optimal condition means that no traffic jam, good weather, then only we will be able to arrive there within 1 hour. In addition, not all of us that was able to went to the Malacca since some of us does not have transport to Malacca. We also need to afford with the toll and fuel fee. Thus, not everyone is going to the Malacca. Next. After that, the third problem we encounter is the entry cost of some location. Although most places we visited in Malacca is free of charge, but there are some exceptions like the ship Flodalama with the RM10 entry cost per person. It costs some extra spending that we are not expected, and combined with the toll and fuel fee I stated just now, it become a little burden of us. So I will pass to the next one.
Okay, so for my part, I will be elaborating on how we solve the problem that we encountered that my friend mentioned just now. So the first solution will be weather forecast. Second solution will be backup plan. The third solution will be remote work, and the fourth solution will be change of location. Next. So for the first solution, we actually check the weather forecast. So before you're heading out, we make sure that the humidity of the day will not be too high, or else there might be heavy rain occurrences. For example, we actually had a day where we went to Malacca and it had a heavy rain, and that was the day where we learned our lesson. So for solution 2, we had a backup plan. To solve the problem, we actually made several backup locations and backup dates. We avoided the rainy day and made sure that the day where there was no rain, we were free to go out. And actually worked very well because we managed to avoid rainy days during the documentary day and had a great experience and in camera work. Okay. Next.
Okay, so as mentioned just now, not every one of us went to Malacca because of the distance and the extra fees. So some of the teammates have been assigned different works that they can done here, such as voiceovers and editing, so that everyone has their part to do and make the editing experience a little bit smoother. So we actually prepare more than 4 locations just in case some of them close down the moment we go there, or there's weather changing, because the other locations we selected can be indifferent in case the weather changes or there's other events going on that we can't go there and shoot videos anymore.
Okay, from what we have learned, there are a few things that we have learned. First, we learned to communicate with teammates. What I meant by that is that we did a lot of discussion. Can next slide, please. Okay. What I meant by communicating with teammates is that we did a lot of discussions in where we bore ideas, opinions, and roles on the project together in among the group members. We also did a lot of brainstorming together beforehand, and that is before we go to the site places, so that we are more prepared. And the platform that we use to communicate amongst ourselves is through WhatsApp, because of how easy and simple the platform is. And by communicating with our teammates, we get to improve our English and conversing with each other. We gain soft skills as well as understanding that teamwork is important. And we know that all misunderstanding and confusion are avoided when you have good communication among the group members or teammates. That's all. Next.
Okay, for second, what we've learned from this is time management. We manage our time for meeting and discussion. We spend some time in discussing about the project currently. Example, we discuss about historical places that we are going to go. Furthermore, we put some efforts in making sure that we were on the time when we went to Malacca as our choices to visit. So our work at Malacca went smoothly since everyone was cooperative. So there, we already learned that managing our time is extremely important. As you guys know, we have to know how to manage our time carefully, so we could avoid any distraction and focus on our project. If we follow our time appropriately, of course our job will be done completely. Thus, we must take care to take care of our time arrangement. Next.
Okay, what we gain knowledge from this trip? First, we experiencing culture, art and heritage. Placing arts into context and understanding heritage helps us to develop a sense of our place in the world and in society. While adding to our knowledge and learning experience, visiting historical sites opens the door to access these experiences which are difficult to replicate in our study. Next, improving personal well-being. Visit to historical sites provide opportunities for students to work with each other and connect the local places. That's all from me. Thank you.